Hello everybody and welcome to today's video where I'm going to teach you how to learn and study magic in a structured way where you can essentially make a magical school program for yourself at home. So let's get started. This is a technique that I was taught by one of my teachers back when I first started overall to get in contact with preternatural intelligences, to work with your own psychic abilities, to develop your own skills in divination and with spirit invocation, as well as general skills in the arts and connecting with the overall forces of nature around you. The idea behind this is we are going to essentially create a study program for ourselves that is based completely around our own subjective interests and needs in studying the occult. So this is a template formula for a study program around the stuff that's of interest to you. Not everybody has the luxury of living somewhere like I do in New Orleans and having a lot of networks and connections with people that I can learn from in real life. If you want to get better at learning magic and getting in touch with the spirit world, definitely try this out. So the first thing that you do is you're going to create the actual template for your schedule. And what I like to do that's pretty fun is I also use the schedule to help me remember the planetary attributes and how they correspond to the different days of the week. And it also helps me adjust what kind of things I'm going to put in the different days, depending on whatever the planetary energies are of that day. Start off by dividing it up into 7 days on your piece of paper, and you can put in the days of the week. And I like to put in the alchemical symbols for the different planets. What we're going to do is put something that we're going to study in every single day of the week, and it's going to be different on each day. Some things can overlap. For myself, I'm going to actually put in 2 things for each day because there's a lot of things that I am trying to do at once, and if it doesn't fit into your schedule, just do 1 thing a day. So for Monday and for the moon, what I'm going to put down is to really focus on my meditation and also to have some time that I spend studying some particular heavy magic material. So this is perhaps learning some new forms of practice in different areas of spirituality that you might be studying. Any really heavy book studying, go ahead and give yourself a place on your schedule for that, just as if you were going to a study hall or a lecture at school. You're going to be providing that kind of structure for yourself. Now we have Tuesday, which is the day of Mars. And on Tuesday, I'm going to put the first thing as yoga. Also on Tuesday, I'm going to get in touch more with those Martian forces and do some calculations and experimentations with the formula of the Kabbalah and the English Kabbalah. Then for Wednesday, which is the day of Mercury, I'm going to practice my tarot and divination. And so that is going ahead and doing some kind of a reading. Maybe I don't want to do a reading for myself. Maybe I'll do a reading about some kind of situation in the world, just to test my psychic abilities and see how that's progressing, how things are feeling. And that's, even though I've been working with the tarot for so long, it doesn't hurt to continually practice at this skill, especially because it's something that I do as my job for people. So I always want to get better, and I always want to be getting better at becoming a channel for the spirits. And so having this dedicated day every day of the week, even if it's not something that's like, for my own personal divination, it will be practicing the art of connecting to the spirit world through the cards and through reading them, and then taking note on that to see what the results are later on as they manifest, and learning from it. Another thing that I'm going to do, practice more with automatic drawing. So that is while being in some kind of meditative state, allow myself to really loosen up and practice my channeling through drawing. And this is even something that I can incorporate into the tarot reading practice as well, or I could do a reading, for example, to connect with a particular spirit and then do an automatic drawing that day that will be representative of the frequencies or communications from that force of intelligence through the drawing. So that all can even be combined into one thing. Thursday, which is for the planet of Jupiter, and on this day I want to do some kind of formal practice that's going to enhance my skills in spirit evocation or spirit invocation. So to pick some kind of ritual to do and actually practice getting in touch with the preternatural intelligences. And another thing that I wanted to do on this day is to see if there is any equipment or magical tools that I might need to consecrate or make for future rituals. Any of these things I'm going to put together on this day. Then for the next day, which is Friday, the day of Venus, and on this day I want to get out of the house, so hopefully the weather will be permitting of this. If not, I will be interacting more with plant life within our apartment. However, if weather permitting, we will go out and go to one of the little nature spaces around where we live. And this day is going to be all about connecting to the spirits of nature out in nature. So I also put in studying through books on this day as well. So I could even bring books with me to go and read outside in nature, or I could do that at home. Regardless, there's definitely going to need to be at least some time spent interacting with the spirit of nature just by being there, by allowing yourself to be open to the forces around you and just being receptive and silent to them. And that is going to help you to connect with the forces of nature and the environment in general. Next even includes like giving offerings to the spirits of the land and things of that nature. So then for the next day, which is Saturday, the day of Saturn, what I have put on the schedule is to try to go to the cemetery and spend time with the spirits of the dead. This makes a lot of sense because it is the day of Saturn. And the other thing that I put down for Saturday is research. And so this is going to be researching in new areas of study that I have yet to learn about. So we have the other days that are set for studying particular heavy materials, and then this day will be more like open and exploring and learning new things. Sunday, the day of the sun, and I am going to leave this day blank to give myself a day of rest. I'm sure there will be plenty of things to fill up this day anyway, but I hope you get a lot of value out of trying a schedule like this. This is also a method that I have recommended to many of my students that get consultations with me in terms of how to get better at doing magic. And basically every way, it's a way to train yourself over time. And of course you can adjust this based on your needs and as you have new things that you need to learn and do. And please hit subscribe to my channel. It really will help YouTube share it. Thank you so much to all of my patrons. And if you do need to get in touch with me, I am a tarot reader and I also have courses on my website teaching a lot of different kinds of stuff. So please check it out. The links are all down below. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.